Hello and welcome. In this video, we will look at the consonants used in Kannada language. So in the previous video, we had seen the vowels, how to pronounce the vowels and how to write the vowels. Okay. So in this video, we'll see about the consonants. Now, in the previous video, we had seen that there were 14 vowels that are used in Kannada language. So those are a, I, E, U, R, Ru, E, I, O, Au, and Aha. Okay, so these two are extra. Okay, so these were the 14 vowels that we had seen in the previous video. So in this video we'll see about the consonants. Okay, so before we study about the consonants, we have to study about the root consonants. Okay, so these things or these consonants that you see on your screen are called as root consonants. So I'll tell you what root consonant is later. Okay, so these are the root consonants, and in the Kannada language, when we add a vowel, which we had learnt in the previous video, with a root consonant, we get a sound. Okay, so we add root consonant to a vowel or vowel to a root consonant to get a sound. So what is a sound? The sound is K, G, K, La, Ni, Nu. So all these are sounds. Okay, and we have got that sound by adding vowel to a root consonant. And when we add a vowel to a root consonant to get a sound, what we get or what we are doing is kaagunitha, or it is also called as gunitaakshara. Kaagunitha or gunitaakshara. Okay, no need to remember this. Okay, no need to remember this if it confuses you. Okay, so we'll see all the previously shown root consonants and we'll see how to pronounce it, how to write it also. Okay, starting with K. Okay, now the thing about root consonant is it is difficult to pronounce root consonants as is. Okay, so that is why we generally add a vowel to this root consonant and we write it everywhere. That is what you see in all the Learn Kannada books. Okay, or the books that are there on Kannada language. But then I'm going to teach you in a different way. Okay, so just know that the root consonants are difficult to pronounce, and I'll tell you why. Okay, starting with this. Okay, so first root consonant is K. Okay, so we pronounce this root consonant K as K in Chak. Okay, so when we have this K along with CHUC, it is easy to pronounce. But then how do you pronounce only this K in Chak? Okay, it is something like K. Okay, I hope you are able to listen. It is K, not K, it is K. We are abruptly ending the word. Okay, or it is as small k in luck. Okay, how do you pronounce the K in luck? It is difficult to pronounce, right? So it is something like K, not K, K. You are abruptly ending it. Okay, but then when this K is with LUC, so it is easy to pronounce luck, but then it is difficult to pronounce this K. Okay, so that is about the first root consonant. And one thing you must know is that we never pronounce root consonant alone. Okay, what I mean to say is we always add a vowel to the root consonant and we speak. We never use a root consonant in normal speaking. Okay, so let us see how to write this k. Okay, so this is how we write it. Okay, a circle and a horizontal line and a small vertical line, one more horizontal line and a bit of extension. Okay, the extension is what makes that consonant a root consonant. Okay, so once again, this extension is what makes the consonant root consonant. Okay, so that is first root consonant k. Now second one is k. Now this has a bit of oomph to the previous root consonant. Okay, this is as k in yak. Okay, yak. So how do you pronounce k or ck in yak? Right, k, something like k. Okay, so when it is with yu, it is easy to pronounce yak. But then if you are asked to pronounce only ck, it is difficult to pronounce. Right, it is something like k. It does end abruptly. Right, so that is how you pronounce k as k in yak. Okay, now this is different from the previous one, which is you do not add oomph to the k. It is just k. The previous one, this is k. Okay, so that is how you pronounce it. So that is what I said previously. Okay, it is difficult to pronounce the root consonant alone without any sound. Okay, so if you are finding it difficult, do not worry about it. Okay, so we write the second root consonant k like this. Okay, we add a small extension which makes it a root consonant. Okay, you write it like number 2. Okay, number 2, and then you extend it and horizontal line and extend it. Okay, so that is second root consonant k. It is difficult for me to pronounce it also. Okay, so do not worry if you are not able to pronounce it properly. Okay, so that is a second root consonant. The third one is g. Okay, g. So this is how you write the root consonant g, and the pronunciation is as double G, GG in egg. Okay, egg. So for you and for me, it is easy to pronounce egg. Okay, there is nothing in it, egg. But then if you are asked to pronounce GG in the egg, how do you pronounce it? G. Egg without E. Right, egg without E, g. As G in rug, so it is easy to pronounce rug. But then if you are asked to pronounce the G without the RU, it is difficult to pronounce. So g, g. So that is how the root consonant g is pronounced. Okay, so let us see how to write it. So third root consonant g is written like this. Okay, and a small extension which makes it a root consonant. Now this extension will not be there in the normal consonant or the root consonant when we add a sound to it. Okay, more about it later, but then this is how we write the root consonant g. Okay, next is g. Okay, you add more oomph or you emphasize the previous root consonant g, and you have this root consonant which is g. And I cannot give you any example in English. Okay, so according to me, okay, I'm not saying I'm right, but according to me, I don't think there is any English word which uses this. Okay, it is g. Previous one is g. Okay, g. This is g. And this is how we write the root consonant. Once again, I'm telling you that pronunciation of root consonant alone is difficult, and if you are finding it hard, do not worry. Okay, as you progress through the videos, it will come naturally for most of you, but then if it doesn't come, do not worry. Okay, so this is how we write g. Okay, g, and like this. Okay, g. The next root consonant is rather a difficult one for pronunciation for you. Okay, and it is rarely used in Kannada also, and there are no usage of it in English. Okay, the root consonant is pronounced as nga. Nga. Okay, nga. So it may sound funny, but that is how it is pronounced. Nga. Nga. Ng. And the root consonant, if you are to write it in English, you would write with the help of N and G. How would you pronounce this particular word, right? Ng, ng, ng. And that is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay, so now let us see how to write it. We write this root consonant like this. Okay, ng, ng. So we rarely use it in Kannada also, so do not worry about it if you do not get it. Okay, ng, ng. Okay, yeah, so that is how you write it. Ch. Okay, ch. So this is the root consonant. We pronounce the ch as ch in church. Okay, ch, this ch, not the first two, this ch in church. So when this ch is with chur, it is easy to pronounce church. It is easy to pronounce church, right? But then if you are asked to pronounce ch, only this ch, it is ch. Okay, it is ch. That is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay, as ch in ouch. Okay, ouch, but then without ou, it is just ch. Okay, ch. So that is how you pronounce the root consonant ch. Okay, and now let us see how to write the root consonant. Okay, so this is how we write ch. You should not say or pronounce it as cha. Okay, cha is something else. It is just ch. Okay, ch. So this is how we write it. Okay, so we have that extension at the end in all the root consonants. Okay, next is the more or deep version of the previous root consonant, ch. Now this is ch. Okay, ch. The previous one would be ch. This would be ch. Okay, you are adding more oomph to the previous one. Now I cannot give you an example in English because I do not know any. Okay, so if you know, that is wonderful, and you can leave it in comment section. But then let us see how to write it. Okay, ch. So mind you that we do not use this, the more oomph version of all the previous root consonant that I've mentioned, oftenly in Kannada language also. Okay, so more about it later. Okay, I'm not going to confuse you with all the details. So this is how we write ch. Okay, ch. Okay, so that is how we write it. Next root consonant is j. Okay, it is j. So the way we pronounce j is as ge in George. Okay, George. So we pronounce this small ge as j. Okay, j. When it is with geor, it is George, but then without these four, it is just j. Okay, as ge in rage. Okay, rage. Without ra, it is just j. J. Okay, so that is how we pronounce this j. And now this is how we write the consonant. Okay, j. Once again, j. Okay, so that is how we write the root consonant. The next root consonant is j. 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 Okay, we add more oomph to the previous one, which is j. Okay, j. This is j. And we rarely use this root consonant in Kannada language also, so I cannot give you any example in English. Okay, so this is j, more heavier version of the previous one, j. Okay, see how it is written in Kannada. Okay, j, not ja. Ja is something else. Okay, it is j. We have to abruptly end it while pronouncing it. Okay, so this is how we write j. Okay, one more, and extension and a tail. Okay, so that is how we write it. The next root consonant is also a bit difficult to pronounce, and the usage of this is rare in Kannada, but then it is still there, and its usage in English is not there. Okay, so I cannot give you an example. The pronunciation of this root consonant is nya. Okay, nya. Nya. Once again, it may sound funny, but that is how it is pronounced. Nya. Okay, nya. And if you are to write it in English, you would use J, N, Y and A according to me. Okay, nya. How would J, N, Y, A sound? Nya, nya, right? So it takes a bit of practice to get this sound right. Okay, so right now if you do not get it, do not worry about it. Okay, now let us see how to write it. We write the root consonant nya, nya, like this. Okay, yes, once again, nya. This is how we write it. Okay, the next vowel is t. Okay, it is pronounced as t. So it is written like this, and the pronunciation is as small t in cut. Okay, or as small t in let. If c and u is not there in cut, so it would sound like t, right? if L and E is not there in let, then the small t would sound like t. So that is how this root consonant is pronounced. Okay. And now let us see how to write it. So this is how we write the root consonant. Okay. Yes. Once again. The root consonant and a small extension like this. Okay. So the next one is the heavier version of the previous one. The previous one and this one is, I know you cannot make a difference. Okay. You have just started learning Kannada, and this heavier version of the previous one, all the root consonants that you have studied, I know that you cannot make it out, but do not worry about it right now. Okay. This is heavier version than the previous one, that's all. So if you pronounce the previous version as t, you just add more force while you speak this root consonant. Okay. It would sound like t, just heavy, and it is the same. Okay. Now for this I cannot give you any example in English because we do not use this anywhere. So you have to remember this as is. Okay. So now let us see how to write this root consonant. The one on the left is t, and the one that I'm writing right now is the heavier version of the one on the left side. Okay. That sounds like some South African syllable or word. Okay, so that is how you write t. The next vowel, the next root consonant is d. Okay, d, and it is pronounced as small d in dad. Okay, dad, or as small d in bed, bed. If da, the first da is not there, then it would sound like d, right? Dad, d. Bed, if b and e is not there, then it would sound like d, bed, d. Okay, so that is how you pronounce this root consonant. And now let us see how to write it. So this is d, d. Okay. Okay, once again. Yeah, so that is how you write it. The next one, once again, is the heavier version of the previous one. Okay, and there is no example in English for this. So this would sound like d. Okay, d, d. Okay, d. So yeah, when you say the previous one, which is d, bed, bed, d, you add more force while you speak this one. Okay, d, d. Okay, that is how this would sound. Now let us see how to write this root consonant. Yes, it is like the previous one, but then it has a tail below. Okay, it has a tail below. Okay, it has a tail below. So that is the root consonant d. The next one is n. Okay, it is n. And this root consonant, once again, is not at all used in English. So pronunciation of this at first may not be possible for you if you are from English or Hindi background. Okay, so it is pronounced as n. Okay, n. So more about this, how to pronounce it, in a lecture which will come in future. But now let us see how to write this root consonant. Okay, n, n. Mind you that it is not n, it is not nap, nap, not n, n, it is n, n. Okay, and this is how we write n. Okay, yeah. The next root consonant is t. Okay, it is t. The pronunciation of this root consonant is as small th in mouth, mouth, or as small th in south. If at all MOU is not there, then this th would sound like okay, t, mouth, t. Okay, or if SOU is not there, then it would sound like t, south, south, t. Okay, so that is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay, now let us see how to write it. You write number 3 and horizontal line and an extension at the top, so that will get you t. And once again 3 horizontal line and an extension will get you the root consonant t. The next one is the heavier version of the previous one. Okay, it would sound like th, th. Okay, th. And I cannot give you an example where you use this in English. Okay, so let us skip that and go to the writing. How to write the heavier version of the one that you see on the left, and this is how we do it. Th, okay, th, th. Okay, this is how we write it. Next root consonant is the. Okay, the, and the way you pronounce it is as th in with. Okay, with. With is WITH. If you remove WI and try to pronounce TH, it would sound like the. With the. Okay, and that is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay, and now let us see how to write it. The writing is similar to the th that we have seen previously. So this is the and this is th. The is just th without this tail and this dot at the center. Okay, that is how you write it. Now let us see the next one, the heavier version of the previous one. It would sound like the. Okay, the, and there are no English words which can be given as an example for this. Okay, so let us see how to write this root consonant. You write it like this, the. Okay, it is similar to the previous one, but then there is a tail in the bottom. Okay, the. Okay, and that is how you write it. Now let us see the next one, which is n, n, and it is pronounced as small n. Excuse me, small n in pen or small n in hen. If you remove PE from the n, it would sound like n, pen, n. Or if you remove he from the hen, it would sound like n, hen, n. Okay, and that is how you pronounce this n. Okay, n. And now let us see how to write this root consonant n. Okay, this is how you write the root consonant n. N. Okay, and that is how you write it. The next root consonant is p. Okay, p. And the way you pronounce it is as small p in up or as small p in lip. Okay, so if the u is removed from the up, then the p would sound like p. Okay, p, p, up, p. Or if you remove l and I from the lip, it would sound like p, lip, p, p. And that is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay, p. And now let us see how to write the root consonant. It is like this. Okay, p, p. Okay, and like this. Once again, p. Okay, p. P. Yes, and that is how you write the root consonant. Okay, sorry for the noises that you are hearing right now. Okay, there's a lot of traffic and there's nothing I can do. Okay, sorry. The next root consonant is f. F. Okay, f. And the pronunciation of this root consonant is as the letter f in roof. Okay, roof. How would the letter f sound if r-o-o is removed? Okay, roof, f, f. Okay, f. And that is how this root consonant is pronounced, f. Okay, so now let us see how to write it. We write the root consonant f, f, like this. It is similar to p, but then there is a tail below. Okay, once again, it is similar to the previous one, the one that you are seeing on the left, but then with the tail. Okay, so that is how you write it. The next root consonant is b. Okay, b. And the pronunciation of this root consonant is as b, small b, in pub, or as a small b in bulb. If you remove p and u from pub, it would sound like b, b, pub, b. Or if you remove small b from bulb, it would sound like b, bulb, b. Okay, that is how it would sound like, and that is how this root consonant is pronounced. Okay, so now let us see how to write it. B. Okay, b. And once again, this is how you would write it. Okay. The next root consonant is b. Okay, b. And this is a heavier version of the previous one. Okay, b. And I cannot give you an example where this is used in English. Okay, so the pronunciation is b, b. And the way you write it is similar to the previous one with the tail at the bottom. Okay, this is b, which is the previous one, but then to make it b, you add a tail at the bottom. Okay, The one on the left is the lighter version, the one on the right is the heavier version of B. Okay, that is how you write it. The next root consonant is M. Okay, M. And the way you pronounce this root consonant is as small m in rim. Okay, rim, or as small m in slim. Okay, slim. Rim without R and I would sound like M. M. Rim. M. Or without SLI, slim would sound like M. Slim. M. Okay, that is how it would sound like. Now let us see how to write this root consonant. We write it like this. Okay. M. Yes. Once again. And this is how we write it. Okay. M. The next root consonant is Y. Okay, Y. And the way it is pronounced is as a small y in joy, or as small y in toy. Okay, joy without the J and O would sound like Y. Joy. Y. Toy without T and O would sound like Y. Toy. E. E. And that is how you pronounce this. Okay, Y. Y. And now let us see how to write it. This is how we write Y. Okay, Y. The root consonant Y. Y. Once again, Y. Y. Okay, so that is how you write it. The next root consonant is R. 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 Okay. The way you pronounce it is as a small r in error. Okay. In error there are 3 r's, one here, second here, third one here, but the way you pronounce this root consonant r, r, is as this r, not the other two. Okay. Error. R. Error without the first 4 letters would sound like r. Error. R. And that is how you pronounce this. It is also pronounced as r in stir. Stir. Stir without S, T and I would sound like r. Stir. R. And that is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay. Now let us see how to write it. R. And it is very simple to write: a circle and a horizontal line and an extension at the end. R. Okay. R. This is how you write the root consonant R. Okay. The next root consonant is L. Okay. L. And the way you pronounce it as L in still, or as L in install. So still has 2 L's. The way you pronounce L is as the last L in still, or the last L in install. Okay. Still without the first 4 letters would sound like L. Still. L. L without all these letters would sound like L. Install. L. Install. L. That is how you pronounce this root consonant. Okay. Now let us see how to write it. This is also very simple to write. Okay. And you're done. Okay. That is how you write L. Sorry, L. L. Once again. Once again. L. L. That is how you write it. The next root consonant is V. Okay, V. And the way you pronounce it is as VE in love or as VE in stove. Love without L and O would sound like V. Stove without STO would sound like V. Love, V. Stove, V. V. Okay, and that is how you pronounce this root consonant, V. Now let us see how to write it. Okay, fairly simple. Once again, yes, like this, V. Okay, that is how you write it. The next root consonant is sh. Sh. And the way you pronounce it is as SH in fish, SH in radish. Fish without the F and I would sound like sh, sh. And radish without all these letters would sound like sh, radish, sh, fish, sh. And that is how you pronounce this root consonant, sh. Okay, sh. Now let us see how to write it. Sh. Okay, sh. This writing this root consonant takes a bit of practice, okay, because it has a lot of curves. Once again, horizontal line and like this. Okay, sh. The next root consonant is sh. Sh. This is the heavier version of the previous one. Okay, the previous one is sh, sh, and this would be sh, sh. Okay, and there is no word that I can give you which uses this in English. Okay, so it is just the heavier version of the previous one. Now let us see how to write this. This letter or root consonant is also a bit complicated to write. Okay, so it has so many things going on, and it is like this. Okay, sh. The next root consonant is s. Okay, s. And the way you pronounce this is as small s in bus or as small s in ads. Bus without B and U would sound like s. Bus, s. Ads without A and D would sound like yes, sorry, s. Ads, s. Okay, that is how you pronounce this root consonant, s. Okay, now let us see how to write it. S. Excuse me. S. Once again, and that is how you write s. Okay, s. The next root consonant is h. 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 And the way you pronounce it is as h in poo. Okay, poo, or as small h in o. O. Poo without POO would sound like h or h. Poo, who, poo, h, or H in OH without the O would sound like H. O, O, Ho, H. Okay. Now this example does not give you exact pronunciation of this H. Okay. But it is pronounced as H. Okay. H, H-A without A. How would you pronounce H-A? H without the A. H. Okay. You'll get a hang of it once you are done studying this entire Kannada letters videos or courses. You'll get hang of it after few lectures. Okay, do not worry about it right now. Now let us see how to write it. Okay, you write infinite symbol and vertical horizontal line and an extension. Okay, infinity symbol, finite symbol, vertical line, horizontal line and an extension. The extension is there for all the root consonant. Okay, that is what shows a consonant that it is a root consonant, the small extension. Okay, next root consonant is L. Okay, L, and you do not use this root consonant anywhere in English. Okay, you do not have an example because we do not use it. L, it is pronounced as L. Now if you are a Malayali or the one who speaks Malayalam, then you can speak this root consonant easily. Okay, L, L. But then if you are from any other origin, then it is difficult for you to pronounce this. Okay, because the usage of this is not there in English. Okay, so do not worry about it. Now let us see how to write this root consonant L. L, L. Okay, like this. L, L. Okay, L. Okay, so that's about root consonants. Okay, we've seen all this, how to pronounce and how to write all this. I'll recap once again. This is K, K, G, G, Ng, Ch, Ch, J, J, Ny, T, T, D, D, N, T, T, D, D, N, P, F, B, B, M, Y, R, L, V, Sh, Sh, S, H, L. Okay, so these are the root consonants, and when a root consonant is added to a vowel, or when a vowel is added to a root consonant, we get a sound. And in the next video I'll explain what are the sounds that we get when we add vowel to a root consonant. And till then, go and practice what has been taught in this video, how to pronounce all the root consonants and how to write them. Okay, if you are stuck while pronouncing, do not worry about it. Okay, and when you see all the videos, it will be clear. Okay, till then, take care. Thank you for watching.